So, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Very
Still
good.
getting over the jet lag.
Just arrived.
We
arrived
arrived
a week ago.
A week ago, but we did a show in London, and then from London went to Brighton, and then this morning was the last day of the Great Escape, and we got up at 5 a.m. and drove straight to Amsterdam.
So
It's been a long day.
before that, we were in Toronto for a week. And
Wow.
yes,
What,
heavy.
let's start at the beginning. What's your first musical memory?
When we were 3 years old, and our parents were building our home, and it's one of my earliest memories. I remember sitting in the cot, and Mum was rendering. We had a mud brick house, and my mum was rendering the house, and she would render the house to
Les Mis.
Les Mis was there, except it was actually the Proclaimers.
Yeah, that's right.
Sunshine on Leaf by the Proclaimers had just come out.
Sunshine on
And she'd do it and
Leaf.
dance to it, and we'd stand at the cot at 3 years old and look at her.
I felt it.
Yeah.
I touched it.
Yeah.
I don't know the words anymore. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that one.
And how did that evolve into making music together?
Well, look at the Proclaimers. It's twin brothers.
Well, when our older brothers played music and played guitar and everything, we just thought that was the coolest thing, and so we started playing just because they did. And then, I think we were playing. Was it Mr. Jones? Counting Crows, Mr. Jones. I think was our first song. We started singing it together, and Mum walked in the room, said, "Sing that again," because we just started doing the harmonies in it. She said, "You guys should do that more often." We said, "Okay," so we started doing it more and more, and then,
One thing sort of led to another, and then we started doing bigger shows. And a couple of years ago, we sort of finished our degrees, and we'd started sort of venturing out into what we wanted, into our careers, and we both got offered these incredible jobs. And
not incredible jobs, good opportunities for our careers at the time.
Pretty good jobs for anyway. And we decided to turn them down and just do music, and
Went busking.
just started busking, and it just sort of took off from there.
Okay. When did you decide really to get your music off the streets and onto the stage?
Well, we actually went from the stage to the streets because we were already playing around Australia, and basically it was just an excuse to go surfing somewhere and then play a show there, and then we could drive somewhere else, and that it kept paying for this endless summer. And then we got signed on with our manager, and he said, I can't stress this enough, you have to go busking. Just start
He
busking.
goes, for you guys, it's the easiest thing in the world. And we sold 70 CDs, and we worked out that we could actually sort of make a living just doing that.
Just busking
and all of a
and not
sudden,
working.
people are buying CDs, and then
People
start coming to the show.
Yeah.
We stopped playing in front of like 10 people in a room and started playing to, 50 and 60 and then 100 and then 300.
And then we came to Europe last year for the first time, so
it was amazing.
Okay. Well, you sold 40,000 EPs without any label.
Yes, sorry, but it was without a label. That was through busking because we just did it all the time. We do it every day, either in Melbourne or in Sydney or in Perth was really good as well.
Yeah, it was nice. People just wanted to buy CDs.
There wasn't a certain strategy for that?
There was.
No, there definitely is. What you have to do is just jump around and hit stuff and be generally crazy.
Stand out. You gotta get people to stop, right? Because the idea, busking in like a shopping centre, like in a mall, people have their wallets out. They want to be buying things. They're in the mindset of buying. Like
it sounds so evil. When
no,
you say it.
but it's not. It's just like the marketing, the whole idea. So you're there to sell to them, just like everyone else. Except the thing is, like you see this big sheet that's a super site of like a
billboard.
A billboard, and that'd cost $100,000 to be there for whatever.
Yeah.
But you glance up at that and keep walking. Whereas like we're sitting there in your face, and
we'd always have a sheet.
Look at me.
And we'd always have a sheet out with when our next show was and
It's just the honor system. Just help yourself and throw in
We got very lucky with busking. Very lucky indeed. We were. Yeah.
Well, was it really a choice, or was it just there wasn't anyone who wanted to be really a manager or just bring your albums out or EPs out?
We got it with our manager, but
Is
was
it
very
really what
organic.
you wanted, the basking?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
and that was.
Yeah, no,
and
no,
then
we still busk.
when we started doing it, we realised that this is amazing because it's just like playing. Well, basically, it's playing a show to a massive audience. You know, there's so many people going through.
You just
They're
don't know
not
that-
necessarily listening to you, but. And it's the biggest challenge is getting them to stop, and then
It's-
if you can get them to stop and watch, then it's all on the song and whether or not we play.
And
a
it's good
song.
training. We road test new songs busking. We still love going out there, except it's just getting harder and harder to find time to actually get out. But
We're touring quite a lot at the moment. I think we've been on tour throughout Australia pretty much non-stop for about 9 months, and that's just been, you know, we finish one tour, we'll have a week off, and then we
Do a support
tour for somebody else.
and then we go do it. You know. This.
Does this influence your bond as brothers?
yeah,
In what kind of way?
we've almost killed each other on the road. We spend way too much time together.
It's gotten a lot easier.
Shut up. It was no, it was,
I'm out.
look, the weird thing is that because we're best mates, and it's I don't know, it's like we're just best mates, and we kind of hang around, and it's when you can just sit there and you got nothing to do. It's like, you know, and we'll just talk rubbish about nothing. Like, what
Jack
was it?
likes to point things out in the car, but like just stupid things. Like we'll be driving along, and he'll just
Who wants to say
go.
this one?
He'll go, oh, Pat, look at how straight that fence is. I was like,
To be
what are
fair,
you talking about?
To be fair, it was a really long road in Australia, and the fence was just.
He just said
Something
he
good to point out.
he loves pointing things out. I'm just like, you even listening to yourself? Just shush.